Chesterfield. I was like, if I drove all the way up here and can't do this game.
Darrell?
Yeah, Darrell's my best friend.
Oh, that's who. Oh, Darrell.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know.
Best friends for life, man. Best friends growing up.
That's my uncle.
I know. Your April's what, third oldest son? You're the
second.
You're the second oldest son?
Wait.
Hold on.
No, DeAndre the oldest.
DeAndre.
Bubba.
Me. You.
And then my other little brother.
The other little brother. Okay. That's the young one.
Yeah. What you gotta do?
I'm gonna live stream the game so people can see it online.
Are you gonna?
If I can get everything together here.
You gonna show Uncle D?
If he watches.
Have you seen him soon?
Oh no, I haven't seen him in a little bit. I haven't seen him in a little while.
Me either.
Yeah.
Alright, Darrell.
Alright, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
You can leave the door.
Yeah, leave the door open for me. Sports Network. We are here at Amelia County High School for today's game between the Randolph-Henry Statesman and, of course, your Amelia Raiders. So we got to go on under hand to get this one started. The Raiders were here in the top of the first. And our first batter went down on a 4-3 putout. And now at the plate, we have Powell for Randolph-Henry. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a ball. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the first. And so Powell so far in this at bat has been able to foul off a couple. And that's going to be out number 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here in the top of the first. Raiders have 2 outs right now, working on trying to get this 3rd out and get to the bottom of the first inning. Here's the pitch, and he gets him swinging, and that is it. Shuts him down for the strikeout. So 1, 2, 3 for the Raiders in the top of the first. As they will head to the bottom of the first, hoping to get something going and get things started here. You're watching the Raider Pride 365 broadcast here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. Thank you all for tuning in. I got to tell you all a little bit about the story before things get going. So I get in here, I get to the thing. I had to climb. Well, I didn't climb into the press box. I had to get somebody to help to come and climb into the press box for me, help a brother out. It was a little rough at one point. Made a bet with Coach and said, hey, look, I'm going to try to get in here. It was not a pretty scene, but thank goodness to Glenn Wilkerson and the Parks and Rec helping a brother out on that one, because it would have been a really bad scene. But we are here, and once again, thank you all for tuning in. So on the mound today for Randolph-Henry is number 8, Lucas Shelton. He will be on the mound delivering the heat for the Statesman. And coming to the plate first for the Raiders will be number 14, Brock Sheldon. Sheldon will come up. He's playing center field for the Raiders today. So let's get it started here in the bottom of the first. Here comes the pitch. And that one is going to be a little high and inside, but called for strike one. And that one is low into the outside for ball, for ball number one. So 1-1 count coming up here in the bottom of the first. We got Shelton versus Shelton. And there's strike number two. Oh, and he gets Shelton swinging away for out number one. So Skelton, ladies and gentlemen, able to strike out Shelton for out number one. Now coming to the plate for the Raiders is number 11, A.J. Walsh. The catcher. And we got strike one. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And strike number two. Skelton is not playing games to get started. Randolph-Henry has always been a tough opponent in the James River District. And that is inside for ball number one. This team, it's a Raider team, is another strikeout here for Skelton to get things started. 2 outs right off the bat. And the Statesman not playing games to get going. This Raiders team, only 2 seniors on this team, so a lot of youth, a lot of underclassmen. Four sophomores and 4 juniors. So this team could be setting themselves up for a pretty good year next year and this year to be exact. Let's see what they can do. So here we go with the 0-1 pitch. Skelton. Oh, man, Skelton is bringing the heat. Strike one. And that's going to be a ball. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Skelton looks in, delivers. Oh, and he gets him swinging. Nice action inside for strike number two. Got him. Man. Skelton comes in and strikes out the side. And we're going to be heading to the top of the second. What a great pitcher performance for Skelton as he comes right in and shows what he can do. A good mix of inside and out. And just like that, Skelton has got this Randolph-Henry team looking good to start off. Speaking of Skelton, he will be leading off the ending. And followed by Brayson Arlington, who is a third baseman. And then Camden Tucker. You'll be in the hole. Once again, everybody, thank you all for tuning into the Legacy Maker Sports Network. I'm your man, Darrell, Owens, bringing you this Raider Pride 365 broadcast. Once again, it's our first baseball game we've done in a couple years. Last one we did was against Goochland back in 2021. So it's nice to be back out here, hoping to bring you a fun broadcast Good time just to give the Raiders some love here on this Raider Pride 365 broadcast. We'll see what the Raiders can do here at the top of the second. Skelton, after a beautiful ending, just an absolutely amazing ending, will come in, and now the lefty will see what he can do. And strike number one, Thomas Whitley. Gets the first strike. Whitley delivers, and it's going to be low and to the outside for ball number one. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That's a tough one right there, but it's going to be a ball. Did a good job of painting the outside, trying to get Skelton to make a move on it, but good patience there by Skelton. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. And Skelton gets a piece of it. That's somebody's car. Oh, the baseball guys were generous on that one. The one bad thing about the county lot, any foul balls, the parking lot is right behind. I got to be careful here. Somebody goes yard deep into right field, then I will be looking at a new window. Well, let's hope that's not the case. Here comes the pitch. And a little break in action to the outside for ball number 3. And he gets a piece of that, and he will get it over to first for out number 1. So great job there by Whitley. Able to get it over to his first baseman. Now at the plate is Bryson Arlington. And right down the middle for strike number 1. Arlington is the third baseman for the Statesman. Here comes the pitch. Strike number 2. A little all-speed working there. Gets a piece of that one. That goes foul down the right field line. We'll do 0-2 once again. Here comes the pitch. Right to center field for the first hit of this contest. So Arlington gets on, and Randolph-Henry has a runner on first. Whitley looking inside. Check the runner. And, oh, nice pitch there for strike number 1. Whitley looks over to first. Kicks and delivers. And that is high for ball number 1. Whitley checks the runner at first. Kicks and lets it loose. That one's going to shoot. In to left field, and now 2 runners on. A runner on second and a runner on first. And now Tucker is at the plate. Still 1 out, but now 2 runners on. And Whitley with a great pitch inside for strike number 1. As he gets Tucker swinging. Camden Tucker. He gets a piece of that. That's chopped to short. Stargate will get it over to first for the out. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that double play will end the inning. And that last name, ladies and gentlemen, if you've heard it before, that Stargate last name, my former teammate Scott Stargate, that's his son, him and another former classmate, Miss Caroline Stargate. That's their son out there making great plays as he gets the 6-3 double play. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Raiders are able to get out of that one. It was a sticky situation, but they get out of that one. We'll head to the bottom of the second. The score is 0-0. I'm Darrell, Owens, Legacy Maker Sports Network. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back in just a little bit. And we are back here bottom of the second here. And the Raiders are getting ready to get things going. As we have a strike as Skelton starts off against Volpe. And ball number 1. So Bryson Volpe at the plate here. And he goes swinging on that one for strike number 2. Here comes the pitch. Woo, man. And there's another strikeout there for Skelton. He's got 4. Now coming to the plate, Peyton Vault. See what Vault can do. And there's a strike. Skelton is working a little magic here for the Statesman. Raiders trying to get that first piece, and there's another strike. Swing and a miss. And he gets a piece of that. That's going to go to center field, and he will catch that one for out number 2. So 2 outs. And now we have Austin Bryant, the third baseman, at the plate here for the Raiders. And that's to the outside for a ball. Here's the pitch. He gets a piece of that. That one goes. Does he have a piece? And he has it. That is it. And we will end the second inning. And another flawless ending for Lucas Skelton and the Statesman. All right, we head to the top of the third with the score, Amelia 0, Randolph-Henry 0. All right, so we have the other Arlington at the plate here at number 8. And that is high for ball number 1. So I do have a correction from the lineup, so I do apologize. That was Peyton Vault has been pitching for the Raiders so far. Got a little mix-up on the numbers here that I got, so wanted to correct that. So Peyton Vault has been pitching for the Raiders so far. And at second base has been Thomas Whitley. So my apologies to Raider Nation on that one. Learning the guys new for me, so I do apologize for that. Any parents, don't beat me up after the game. And that's going to be a ball. Here comes the pitch. And he gets a piece of that. That goes foul. And he gets him. He strikes him out for out number 1. Here comes the pitch. And he bunts it. And it's a little high. Raiders try to get it, but they're going to hold up on it. So now Randolph-Henry has a runner on second base. So great job there by Lee. He gets the hit, never gave up. And Drew Lee is now sitting on second base for the Randolph-Henry. And now we're at the top of the lineup as number 1, Ben Gibbs will come to the plate, the shortstop. And here comes first pitch of this at bat. Kicks and delivers. And vault right down the middle for strike one. Peyton has done a really good job to start this one. He has had runners on, but Raiders defense was able to shut that down. Stargate got that 6-3 double play in the last inning. And that one's going to be fouled away for strike number two. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that's high for ball number one. One out here. Randolph-Henry with a runner on second. Score 0-0. Here comes the pitch. He gets a piece of that, and that goes into the outfield. As now the runner will score, and we have a runner at second. So a double for Gibbs will give Randolph-Henry their first run of the game. It's a 1-0 Statesman lead here in the top of the third with one out. And now coming to the plate, we have Junior Powell. Powell, the catcher for this team. Here comes the pitch. And there's a strike. It's going to be the first strike here. 0-1 pitch coming up in just a second. You can hear multiple games. The JV softball team is playing right to the left of us. They're taking on the Statesman on the other end. Some cheering just went down. I'm hoping that's looking good for the Raiders. Got another strike here. Vault is looking good. Trying to battle back after giving up that first run. Checks the runner at second. Sets. And delivers. And he gets a piece of that. And that goes out to right field. And the Raiders are able to handle business on that one. 2 outs. And now G will come to the plate here for Randolph-Henry. Jaden G with a runner on second. Gets a piece of that for strike number one. Two outs here for the Raiders. Great job in right field there by the Herminator himself, Alex Herman. Getting that second out for the Raiders. Vault looks. Here comes the pitch. And that one is popped into the air. Vault's got to run at it, calls it off, and it goes foul. I think there's a little miscommunication by the Raiders. Vault and Volpe were kind of debating who was going to go for it, and at the last minute it went foul. So as a security reason, good thing it went foul there for the Raiders. He gets a piece of that one. That one goes foul. Car lottery is what I called it. Every time a foul ball goes back here to May County, you just never know. Gets a piece of that one, and that one goes. Herminator trying to get it, and it drops right in front of him. He lost communication with it, and a runner will score. This is a 2-0 Randolph-Henry game. Now coming to the plate is Skelton, who's had a really good day on the mound for this Statesman team. Runner on first. G's gets a little bit of a lead, and over to second, and he got him. So Brian was able to get it over to Whitley, and that will end the top of the third. We're going to head to the bottom of the third. Raiders are down 2-0 as the Statesmen were able to tack on 2 runs in that inning. We'll see how things goes from there. Once again, I'm Darrell, Owens, Legacy Maker Sports Network. Thank you all for tuning in for the live stream. Here it is, Raider Pride 365 broadcast. We'll be back in just a little bit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, bottom of the third about to go down here. And coming up first for the Raiders will be number 31, the shortstop, Austin Stargate. Then after Stargate, we have Trent Ross batting second. And then batting third, we have the Herminator, Alex Herman, batting third. So that's your 7, 8, and 9 hitters, your shortstop, your left fielder, and your right fielder. And we'll get started with Stargate. See how he will do against Skelton, who's been rolling. And that's going to be ball number 1. That one is high as it bounces off the glove of Powell. Skelton, who's been pretty flawless so far. 6 up, 6 down. And we've got a strike. Went to the outside a little bit. I think that one could have went either way if you ask me. Skelton kicks and delivers. Not slowing down. Strike number 2 right down the middle. Little gas on that one from Skelton. And Stargett gets things started for the Raiders with a base hit. So Austin Stargett will get the first hit for the Raiders in this contest. And now Trent Ross, the left fielder, will come to the plate, and maybe he can add on to this and get the Raiders started in this broadcast. Ooh, he tried to get Stargett over at first. Stargett's able to get back. Did he get him? Ooh, that was close. Skelton must not like having base runners because both of those were close. That second one was really close. Here comes the pitch. And it's going to be a strike. A little bit on the outside part of the plate there for strike number 1. Ross thought about bunting the baseball, but would pull back. And they're really getting Stargett dirty down there at first. Skelton looks, kicks and delivers. And Ross went through with the bunt attempt on that one. It's going to be strike number 2. Here comes the pitch. That one is in the dirt. Stargett's going to shoot on over to second. And now the Raiders have a runner in scoring position. We got a 1-2 count coming up here with no outs. And there's the pitch, and he strikes him out. So Ross goes down, and now number 20, the right fielder, Alex the Herminator Herman, will come to the plate. So Stargett gets himself a nice little lead here at second, and here comes the pitch. And strike 1. Skelton looking and decides to step off. I think Stargett might be messing with him a little bit down at second base. Gave him something to think about a little bit. Skelton, here comes the pitch. And a long swing there by Herman for strike number 2. Here comes the pitch. That's to the outside for ball number 1. But right now, a great game for Skelton. Skelton has a strong 6 strikeouts to start this one. So Herminator gets a piece of that one, and you can hear it from the faithful out there. Here comes the pitch. And Herminator gets another piece of it, fouls it back, and we'll do it again. Skelton looks, checks Stargett at second. kicks and delivers. Herman gets another piece of that. And that one bounces off the backstop. And Herman did a long swing on that one for strikeout number 7 for Skelton. And the second strikeout of this inning. That's a 2 outs now for the Raiders. And now coming to the plate, back at the top of the lineup, Brock Shelton, the center fielder. Oh, and strike number 1. Skelton is still dealing out there, despite having the runner at second. Skelton, who's been cruising so far. Stargate able to give him a little blip. And now Shelton is going to try to bring in Stargate and make this 2-1 game potentially. Here comes the pitch. And they're going to call time. So far, this Randolph-Henry team on the year 3-1. Trying to get their 4th victory. Skelton kicks and delivers. And that one is grounded. Skelton's able to get it. He will get it over the first. And that will end the Raider threat. And we will end the 3rd inning as Randolph-Henry is still holding on tight, ladies and gentlemen, to a 2-0 lead here. The Raiders just looking to get their 2nd victory of the year. And so far, a little bit of a tough go. But still have a chance to make some things happen. It's still early in this contest. Knock on wood, because I'm beside some wood. We did have some threat of rain, and it looks like so far so good. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm trying not to say too much, y'all. But once again, thank y'all all for tuning into the Legacy Maker Sports Network. Also, thank you for tuning into this Raider Pride 365 broadcast. Hoping to do some other broadcasts this year. We're definitely doing softball and baseball. Hoping maybe to do some soccer, and you know, maybe expand to some of the other sports. But I want to try to get out and do some Raider broadcasts whenever I can, and where there's electricity, to be able to bring the Raider Nation some support. Once again, I'm Darrell Owens, Legacy Maker Sports Network. If you would like to advertise during the broadcast, by all means, please, you can contact me. You can hit me up on my Facebook page, and I'll be glad, very, very glad to partner with you and bring some love. All right, top of the 4th, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. And Arlington, who's already got a hit today, is able to get another. And Arlington continues his really good day as he gets a hit. So what a way to start the top of the 4th. And here comes the pitch. Vault kicks and delivers. That is high to the outside. He's going to try to steal And Arlington shoots down the second, and now Randolph-Henry has a runner in scoring position. And Vault will decide to step off and rethink things just a little bit. Here comes the pitch. Vault. He gets a piece of that. That was going to be foul, and another strike here for Hudson. Zach Hudson, the senior, the DH. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Vault looks. Woo! What a curveball for strike number 2. Right on the corner. What a great pitch there by Vault. So Peyton Vault hoping to get the first out here in the top of the 4th. Checks over on Arlington, and that's going to be a ball. Ball kicks and delivers. And that one is smacked into right field. And now we got runners on the corner. So Hudson is able to get on. Runners on the corner as Tucker will make his way back. See what Camden Tucker can do, the junior. So no outs right now. Vault kicks and lets it loose right down the middle for strike number 1. Great off-speed pitch there by Vault. Raiders hoping to prevent another run here. That one goes high for a ball. Definitely have double play options out there, but with the danger of potentially giving up another run. Tucker decides to step out, think about it for a little bit. Ball kicks and delivers. That is low and to the outside for ball 2. Vault once again, and that's low and to the outside for ball number 3. And so now the Raiders are in danger of having the bases loaded. Kicks, lets loose, and gets a strike after the swing and miss from Tucker. So now this might be the first full count that I've seen in this one, and we're deep into the midway through the game here, and it's the first full count. Here comes the full count pitch. Got him swinging, and oh, okay. So I saw coach at the last second told him to just let it loose. He struck him out, but they're going to say he told him not to throw it. He didn't want him to throw it the first and to potentially have that runner come in if there was a wild pitch or wild throw, excuse me. So great job there by Coach Swearingen. So now we've got runners at second and third with Arlington coming to the plate. So Brennan Arlington. Ooh, that is inside for ball number one. So right now the Raiders with one out here in the top of the fourth. And Volt hoping that he can get out of this inning without giving up a run. And that's high for ball number two. So we're going to have a meeting at the mound. Once again, everybody, thank you all for tuning in to the Legacy Maker Sports Network as we are here at Amelia County High School as the Amelia Raiders take on the Randolph-Henry Statesman. The Statesman holding on to a 2-0 lead here in the top of the fourth. We have one out, one ball, and we have two runners on, one on third and one on second. So after the team meeting, Raiders get a little refocused here with two runners on. Volt looks over at third and then shoots it in. Strike. On the outside corner there for Volt, and now we got a 1-1 count coming up. Volt looks over, then delivers, and a piece of that. So now we got a 1-2 count. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. He gets a piece of that, and that gets shot near the Randolph-Henry dugout. Here comes another 1-2 pitch. Volt. To the outside. It's going to be ball number two. Gets a piece of that one that goes into the air, but that is going to be foul. Here comes the pitch from Vault. Strikes him out for out number 2. So the Raiders have a chance here to get out of this one unscathed. Now coming to the plate. We've got the left fielder, Drew Lee, who has a hit today. And the first pitch is a strike. Walt gave it a lot on that one for strike number 1. Walt looks, checks runner at second. And that's going to be a ball. A little low for ball number 1. Here's the pitch. He gets a piece of that. And it's caught by the Herminator. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will end the top of the 4th inning. The Raiders get out of that one. It was a little sketchy at one point, but the Raiders were able to pull away and clean things up. Still a 2-0 Statesman lead as we head to the bottom of the 4th. And now at the plate, we got A.J. Walsh, the catcher. And we got a ball on that one here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch, Skelton. That one goes a little high for ball number 2. Here comes the pitch from Skelton. And there's a strike. Walsh wound it up on that one Trying to get a piece. Skelton, here he goes. Kicks and delivers. Whew. And he strikes him out. Skelton continues his onslaught. Almost reaching double-digit strikeouts here. Now coming to the plate is Thomas Whitley, the second baseman. Raiders have just not been able to get anything going. They've only had one hit so far. That was Austin Stargett. Who was able to get a single. And that one is high for ball number 1. Kicks, lets loose. And there's a strike. And he went swinging for that one. He wanted all of it. And now we have a 1-2 count. Skelton. He gets a piece of that. And it dropped. And the Raiders get a runner on. Now coming to the plate, we have Bryson Volpe, the first baseman. So Raiders finally get their second runner on here. That one was inside for a ball. And there's a strike. He gets a piece of that, and it's caught by the center fielder. For out number 2. And now Peyton Vault coming to the plate. He struck out in his first at bat. 2 outs here. Runner on first. And there's a strike. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Kicks, delivers. High for ball 1. Here's the pitch. Ooh, strike number 2. Skelton is still delivering some heat here in the 4th. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. And that's high for ball number 2. Whitley sitting at first. Here's a 2-2 pitch. He gets a piece of that. Over to short. And he is going to get him barely at first. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen. We will head to the top of the 5th with the score Randolph-Henry 0, Randolph-Henry 2, Amelia 0. So it looks like we have a pitching change as Austin Stargett will take over on the mound for Amelia. Vault will head over to second, and we see Whitley heading over to shortstop. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're here in the top of the fifth, and the Statesmen are back at the top of their lineup as Ben Gibbs, the junior, will get ready to face Stargett here in the top of the fifth. And that one is smacked into center field. And just like that, Ben Gibbs and the Statesmen are on. First pitch hidden right there by Ben Gibbs. And now coming up is Powell. Junior Powell, the junior. And that pitch is high for ball number one. He gets a piece of that one. That one is, he is rolling. And a double there. Now we have runners on third and second. Jaden G is back up. He's got a chance to bring some runners in here. With runners on third and second. Stargett kicks and delivers. He gets a piece of that. That one goes towards right. The Herminator is able to get it. He shoots it towards the plate, and he's safe. And the Statesman will get a run. 3-0 Randolph-Henry. So the sacrifice fly there by G will bring in Gibbs and also advance Powell over to third. Now coming to the plate is Lucas Skelton. Skelton, who's pitched marvelously today for Randolph-Henry, with a chance to add to his cause. Pitch to the outside for ball number 1. Stargate looks in, kicks and lets loose. And that one goes out to center field. No, actually, that's going to go over to third, and they're able to get it for out number 2. It keeps that runner, most importantly, from going in. Great job there by Austin Bryant bringing that in. Now Arlington, who's had a really good day. He's got 2 hits on the day. Got an RBI in there. Stargate is the pitch. And that one goes over to Stargate. Gives it over to Volpe. And, excuse me, Volpe. And Volpe is able to get that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will end the top of the 5th. With the score, 3-0, as Randolph-Henry was able to grab one more run in that ending. And Stargate, off to a rough start, but able to clean it up to finish off the ending. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th with the score, Randolph-Henry 3, Amelia 0. And we'll be back with more here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. So here in the bottom of the 5th for the Raiders, we got number 15, Austin Bryant. He'll lead off this inning, the third baseman. Then number 31, now pitching, Austin Stargate, who has one of the Raiders' 2 hits today. He'll be batting second, and then Trent Ross will be batting third, the left fielder. And let's start off with Austin Bryant and to see if he can get the Raiders off to a good start. Raiders down 3-0, but with a couple innings to go, still can battle back. Skelton has been dealing, and there's another strike. They've got to find a way to hit this young man. There's another strike. And that one's to the outside for a ball. So 1-2 pitch coming up here for Bryant. Here comes the pitch from Skelton. Bryant gets a piece of that. It goes over to second. And they're able to finish that one up smoothly as Eames is able to get it over to G. for the first out. Now coming to the plate, number 31, Austin Stargett. And that's going to be the outside for a ball. Stargett, who dumped one over into right field to get the Raiders their first hit in this contest, is now pitching. See if he can muster up hit number 2. And there's a strike. One out here, the 1-1 pitch. High for ball number 2. Skelton's pitch. Inside and I can see it. I can see it. It would definitely strike 2. I'll give it to him, but a little smidge there. See what happens here. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he got him. Looked a little bit to the outside, but he gets rung up for out number 2. Skelton continues to pitch amazingly in this contest for Randolph-Henry. Another strikeout. And that one goes foul down the left field line. Skelton gets ready as he takes things, gets things going here against Trent Ross, and that's going to be a ball. And he gets a piece of that over to third, and Eames is able to snag that, bring that in, and take us to the top of the 6th. So as we head to the top of the 6th, the score of Randolph-Henry 3, Amelia 0. We are here at Joe Paulette Park here at Amelia County High School. Once again, it's an absolute pleasure to be here with you all. I hope you guys are enjoying the broadcast. Got my new equipment for all the Raider fans out there. We got some new equipment here at the network, trying to test it out on one-man crewing it here. Got the camera going, got the score, trying to keep the score. I hope that I'm bringing you guys the best possible here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. But once again, thank you all for tuning in. We truly appreciate you, your support in any form and the fashion. We'll be back in just a little bit. Top of the 6th, here we go. And we have Hudson at the plate. And we've got strike number 1. Stargett, after a rocky start, at the top of the 5th, seems to have things going here as he's got strike number 1. And that's high for a ball. Excuse me, it's 1-2. And the dirt for a ball. Stargate with the pitch. And that's going to be ball number 3. Here comes the full count pitch. He gets a piece of that over to second. He lost control of it. Will he still get it? And he does at the last second, as Vault was able to get it over to Volpe to get the out. And now coming to the plate is Tucker. First pitch to Tucker is going to get fouled back. So Camden Tucker at the plate here for Randolph-Henry. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. Thought it might have been a strike there personally, but maybe a little bit to the outside. Just maybe a smidge to the outside for ball number 2. Star gets pitch, and that one goes high. The Herminator is able to bring it in, and we've got out number 2. Now Brendan may have a pinch hitter here. I'll be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, from this distance, I cannot tell. I'm a little bit far out, so Star gets pitch, and that's low for ball number 1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that's low to the outside. So Arlington, it is still Arlington, so Arlington is batting here. The little brother of, and there it is. It shoots through for a hit. So Brennan Arlington gets on. I'm pretty sure Big Brother Brayson is happy to see that. So now we have a runner on first. And Lee is at the plate. Drew Lee, who's been active today. The Raiders just trying to get to the bottom of the 6th here. They just need one out. Stargate looks and delivers, and that one is foul. We got fans out there diving for it. Nothing but bleacher. Stargate. Woo! Stargate shot that one over, hoping to get Arlington. But his pinch runner, Devin McCargo, was able to get back. Here it comes, and he shoots it down, and he's going to be safe as McCargo gets the second. Walsh tried to get it down. McCargo will make it over the second. Stargate sets, looks over at second, kicks, and then delivers. And that one's going to go foul back. Every time a foul goes back there, I pray. At least just don't hit nobody's car. That's all you ask for. But there's so many cars out there, so many targets, you just never know. 2 outs here. Stargate looking in. Sets, looks over at second. Lets loose. And that one is a defense pitch as he knocks that one foul behind the concession stand. Stargate hoping to get the Raiders out of the inning. And that's going to be a ball. They can just get out of the top of the 6. They'll still have 2 opportunities to make up this 3-run deficit. Got to get the bats going, though. That's been the struggle in this one. Skelton, and waiting for indication. They said he went. He got him. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will send us to the bottom of the 6th inning with the score Randolph-Henry 3 and Amelia 0. So we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. At number 20, Alex Herman, a.k.a. the Herminator, will now come to the plate. Herman, who's also a tight end on the Amelia Raiders football team. That's where the nickname come from for those wondering why I keep calling him the Herminator. And we got strike number 1. And Skelton is still in there here in the 6th. He's been really good for this Statesman's team. Only giving up 2 hits. And that one is high for a ball. And that one is going to go foul. Herman gets a piece of that. 1-2 pitch coming up. And Herminator goes down swinging. Skelton continues to mow down Raiders. That's 10-plus strikeouts on the day. And now we head back to the top of the Raider lineup as Brock Shelton, the center fielder, will come to the plate. And the first pitch is going to be a ball. Oh, and he gets a piece of that. And that is going to be a triple. It feels like a triple. If you've ever hit a ball deep in this park, he's going for it. And he's in. What a great piece of hitting there by Brock Shelton as he cranks in the triple. And now the Raiders have a runner in great scoring position as A.J. Walsh will come up to the plate. It's probably the first time today that we've seen Skelton really get hit. I mean, you got the first 2 hits, but that's the only one that we've seen that has been for extra bases. And now the Raiders, after a great triple down that line, that left field line, the Raiders have a chance to put some runs on. Here comes A.J. Walsh. And we've got a strike. Great job there by Shelton. And that one's going to go foul for another strike. Just got to get this runner in. Get that first run of the game, see if they can get the momentum. And that's going to be a ball in the Raiders' favor. 1-2 count. And fouls that off to keep things going. Walsh, who's struck out twice in this one, striking out. He struck out twice in this one. And hoping to end that here in this third at bat. And that's going to be a ball. Now he may, look, a walk here is a great thing if you're the Raiders. You know, the game of baseball, we all know, it's a game of patience at times. And sometimes you just have to seductively get back into games. He gets a piece of that. That goes foul. We'll do 2 and 2 again. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Ooh, high for ball 3. Now, I will say this. The ump has called that pitch quite a bit today as a strike. But this time, it's a ball. So here comes the full count. And he walked him. That's the first walk that we've seen from Skelton today. And so now with the runners on the corners, Thomas Whitley will come to the plate. And it looks like we have a meeting of the minds at the mound. Skelton has been phenomenal up to this point. And even then, he hasn't really been bad. He's given up his first walk, and he gave up his first extra base hit. And so right now we're sitting where the Raiders do have a chance to put their first run on the board. Want to give a shout out to Coach Swearingen here at Amelia County. He's been coaching at least 20 years plus. And the reason why I know that is because when I played 20 years ago, he was my coach then. Him and Coach Jonathan Krause, a.k.a. Johnny Cruz, for those who know him dearly in our age bracket. So a.k.a. Johnny Cruz. And then, of course, Scott Stargett is also out there, one of my former teammates. We graduated together. So much love to the Amelia Raider staff. Just want to give them a shout out there. And then also, you know, with this Randolph-Henry team, want to give love to their head coach, Josh Brame. And I could be Brahma. I could be saying that wrong. And assistant coach Jerry Pullo. So give them some love as well. Great baseball game, though. Here's the pitch to the outside for ball number 1. 1 out. Runners on the corners. Ooh, and that one was a little dangerous there, and that's going to be ball number 2. And Skelton will swing it back over to third just to let him know that he's there. And there's a pitch for a strike. So 2-1 pitch coming up. There's a pitch. He gets a piece of that one. And just like that, we're back at 2-2. So we got Skelton with a chance to maybe even the score up a little bit here. And that one is going to get popped into the air, but will it be in play? No, that one is foul. Right over the visitor bleachers. We'll do 2-2 again. Here in the bottom of the 6th, runners on the corner, 2-2 count, 1 out. And he got him. Skelton finds a way to rear back and get out number 2 here, and another K for Skelton. Now coming to the plate, Bryson Volpe. And we got a strike number 1, man. Put my head down for 2 seconds, and we already got a strike. And ball number 1. Can the Raiders get that run? Change that momentum here. Strike number 2. This has been the Raiders' best chance to get runs on the board. Here's the pitch. Got him. And Skelton finds a way out of no way. It was starting to look a little grim, but he's able to finish up the ending. And just like that, the Raiders' chances of putting some runs on the board are dashed as we head to the top of the 7th. I'm Darrell, Owens, Legacy Maker Sports Network. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. We have had fun for this first baseball broadcast. You know, the reason I will say this, the reason in the past, I've always wanted to do more baseball broadcasts. I played in high school for 3 years. Definitely enjoyed my time, being a part of Raider baseball. But not gonna lie to y'all, that camera was not pretty that I have. So I got a little bit of an upgrade here. And so I'm able to bring you at least a better broadcast. And I do appreciate everybody that has tuned in today to watch. Once again, we'll be back with a little bit more to potentially finish this game up to see if the Raiders can make the move and get back in this one, maybe even force it to extras. We'll see all that here in the 7th inning. I'm Darrell Owens, Legacy Maker Sports Network. Top of the seventh, about to be underway. Once again, everybody, thank you all for tuning in to the Legacy Maker Sports Network. And we have a pitching change. And now, I must have been Nostradamus a little bit earlier, but now we have Thomas Whitley as our pitcher. Once again, do apologize to Peyton for destroying it at the beginning. And had some numbers kind of mixed around here. Didn't have the right jersey number. So I do apologize. I had position and not the number. But here we go. Thomas Whitley now on the mound for the Raiders. Going to try to get the Raiders to the bottom of the seventh with a chance, hopefully, to tie this one up. And who knows, even win this game. We'll see here as now coming to the plate here for Randolph-Henry is Mr. Gibbs, as he will come up for his fourth at bat. Ben Gibbs has had a pretty decent day today. He's got a hit. Here's the pitch. There's a ball. Here comes the pitch. And that one is shot over to shortstop Stargett. And they're going to say he is safe. Here comes the pitch. Powell at the plate. Ooh, right down the middle for strike number one. You can feel Powell swinging that pitch from here. Nothing but air. As the 1-0 pitch is about to come up here for Whitley. And strike number two for Whitley. Another great pitch by Thomas. Once again, everybody, thank you all. If you get an opportunity, make sure you share the broadcast. Let all of our Amelia Raider alumni know that we got some Raider baseball going on. We're here in the top of the seventh. This could be the last chance for the Raiders in this inning to get things rolling. And struck him out. Powell's just standing there looking. He definitely thought that was a ball. But that's going to be out number one for the Raiders. Now coming to the plate is Jaden G. And gets a piece of that. Bryant will take control, gets it to second, and decides to hold it and not take it to first. It's a great decision there by Vault, because he could have made the mistake to try to shoot it over the first. They held off on it, and they will take the out. And now coming to the plate is Skelton, who we've talked about on multiple occasions in this game. He's pitched phenomenally for Randolph-Henry. And that's going to be a ball. G thought about taking off and then changed his mind. And that's going to be a ball. Runner on first. And ball number 3. Whitley looks in, checks the runner at first, kicks and lets loose. And that's in the dirt for ball number 4. And he goes shooting down to second. And now we have 2 runners on as Bryson Arlington comes to the plate. Runners on second and first. Here's the pitch. Oh, G decides to go, and he is going to be safe. That was a really rough-looking slide there by G. He went face first, and it looked like he ate dirt before he got there. And that's a tough go. And he is slow to get up. Hope he's all right. And they're going to have a discussion here to check on G. He seems to be all right. I think it might have shook him up a little bit. Coach gonna give him, oh yeah, he ate a lot of dirt. If anybody knows Coach Swearingen, whenever you're hurt, put some dirt on it. And that's exactly what he would say. And in this case, like, give him a little water, get some of that dirt out of your mouth. But good effort there by Jaden G as he shoots down the third and puts this Randolph-Henry team in scoring position once again. Here's the pitch. Down the middle. Boy. It's going to be ball number one. It's a tough ball number one. Great pitch there by Whitley. With runners on third and second. Trying to prevent any more runs here. They just need one more out. They get a piece of that. Bryant. Oh, Stargett actually. And he got him. So Stargett's able to get him. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will send us to the bottom of the seventh. Nah, we got to work on my camera skills a little bit, y'all. We getting there. So we're heading to the bottom of the seventh. The Raiders' last chance is coming up here. Hopefully they'll be able to make some things happen, get some hits. But if the way Skelton has been pitching so far, that has been a really tough deal. And we'll see if they can continue that momentum here in the bottom of the seventh. Once again, everybody, thank you all for tuning in. If you get an opportunity, make sure you tune. If you didn't get a chance or you know somebody who want to watch the broadcast, make sure you tag them. If not, make sure you share it, so on and so on, so we can get some of this Raider Pride 365 out there and show them some love. So once again, everybody, thank you all. We'll be back in just a second with the bottom of the seventh. All right, here we are, bottom of the seventh. Can the Raiders get a dub? Can the Raiders find a way to crawl back in here and maybe rough up Skelton, who's been phenomenal for Randolph-Henry? And there's strike number one on a swing and a miss. So see if Volt can get something. Whew. A lot of high heat there for strike number two. Skelton kicks, delivers. Ooh, ball number one. I would be like, it's a little tough. But maybe a little too low into the outside. He gets a piece of that, and that is kicked out and brought in. And that's out number one. And here comes the pitch to Austin Bryant. And that's going to be a foul for strike one. See what Austin Bryant can do here. Maybe he can get a spark going for the Raiders. 3-0 lead. High for ball one. Sitting on deck is Austin Stargett. So 3 balls, 1 strike here. Maybe the Raiders can get a runner on. So, oh, man. See, and that's the pitch that has been a little suspect here because there's times for most of the game, though, if I had to be honest with you, most of the game he has called that a strike. But there were a couple of times he's called that same pitch a ball. So here comes a full count. And he's going to call time. So Bryant's going to take a step back, get himself together here mentally. And that's inside. There's the walk and a runner on for the Raiders. And now coming to the plate is Austin Stargett, one of the young men that have a hit today for the Raiders. Sheldon, who had that monster triple. And so looks like that may be the end of Skelton. He has had 109 pitches today. That's the word I just heard. Had over 109 pitches. He cannot pitch the rest of the week. And that is it for him. We'll see no more of that young man who's had a phenomenal pitching performance. So much love to Skelton and his pitching performance today for Randolph-Henry. Now it looks like we're going to have Gibbs. Ben Gibbs is going to come on the mound, and he's going to try to finish the deal here for the Statesman. All right, so Ben Gibbs is on the mound here, and Skelton will make his way over to shortstop. So just Gibbs and Skelton switching positions here. As we got Bryant sitting at first base, Raiders hoping to get some type of momentum cranked up here in the bottom of the 7th, and that's low for a ball. Here's the pitch. Ooh, nice pitch on the outside. For a strike. Working the corner. And that's inside for ball number 2. Raiders desperately need something. Anything. Oh, another strong pitch for strike number 2. So 2-2 pitch coming up. Raiders need something here to just kind of get this thing going. They've got a runner on first. They could definitely use a hit here. Only 3 hits on the day for the Raiders. And that's going to be a ball. Full count now. Oh, he is safe. They tried Bryant as he decides to steal. Will get over to second. So now the Raiders have a runner in scoring position. Hopefully with the opportunity here to get some runs on the board. Gibbs, and that pitch is going to get fouled back. And that smacks off of the concession stand. Raiders down 3. Runner on second. Here's the pitch. Gibbs, and that goes to center field. Oh, no. It's going to be snagged by Eames. Looked like that was going to center field, but that'll be out number 2. It tricked me. I'm all the way out here in the outfield. I really thought that was coming this way. And now Austin Stargett. Shoo. There's another strike. Excuse me, strike number 1 here. So with Bryant on second. That may not be Austin, y'all. I'm just going to, I can't really tell from here. So, second I can. So, okay, this is another batter. This is actually number 3 here for the Raiders. This is Trent Ross. So, my apologies on that. It's Trent Ross batting. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ross. And that goes shooting up the middle. Oh! And he's going to be safe at first. Raiders not out of it just yet. So to set the stage here for the Raider fans that are tuning in, once again, thank you all for tuning in. I do apologize for my camera work. I'm one-man crew in here running the scoreboard and all that fun stuff. So, well, of course, got to bring you this Raider Pride 365 broadcast. Hopefully, see if the Raiders can get a run on the board here. Now we got Alex Herman coming up. As you know, he's going to try to, potentially maybe get the Raiders some runs on the board here. Anything in the gap, who knows? Gibbs with the pitch, and there's a strike. We got 2 outs here with the runners on the corner. I mean, if Herman really wanted to do, he could just park one up here next to me. Just don't hit the camera. And there's a strike number 2. And so now we got an 0-2 count. And so Gibbs can finish this one off for the Statesman. Or can Herman extend this thing? And that's low for a ball. But the runner is going to come in and score. He didn't even see it. He might. Oh. And so the Raiders do get a run here as as Austin Bryant will come in and score. And so things are changing just a little bit here. The Raiders are down by 1, or down by 2. So 3-1. Herman at the plate. 1-2 count coming up. Trent Ross is sitting at second. Got him. And ladies and gentlemen, that will finish this one up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for our broadcast today. Final score, the Amelia Raiders lose this one, unfortunately, 3-1 to the Randolph-Henry Statesman. What a great game. I will say this. First of all, player of the game for Randolph-Henry is Skelton. 10-plus strikeouts. I'll be honest with you. He was just running and gunning, and they pretty much had to take him out because of a pitching limit. He had 109 pitches, 10-plus strikeouts on the day for that young man. Just a great performance. And then for Amelia, going to give love, Brock Sheldon had the big triple that put him in a really good position. I thought he had a phenomenal day. We'll give him the player of the day for the Raiders. Once again, everybody, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for being a part of this today. And this is our final score in this one. Randolph-Henry 3 and Amelia 1. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, the week after next to bring you more Raider baseball and then Raider baseball and then softball. So we got Raider baseball on the 11th, and then we've got Raider softball on the 13th. I'm Darrell Owens, Legacy Maker Sports Network. Like I said, if you get a chance, go ahead and share this video. Like I said, working on my camera work, so don't y'all laugh at me too much. If I destroyed the names, y'all know how I do. Parents, please hit me up. I want to make sure I'm saying your children's names right. That's how it is. I want to make sure I'm getting that right for you. Once again, love you all, and it's always #Raider Pride 365. I'm Darrell Owens, Legacy Maker Sports Network.